Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Marissa, and today's video we're going to be doing a super fresh, fun, flirty look. I absolutely love it. I think this is a super fun, easy one to do. You don't have to follow these exact steps exactly, but hopefully it inspires you to create your own look. Today's look is going to be a super fresh, fun, flirty look using the chocolate Bum palette. It's something simple that you can use day or night in my opinion. If you like the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up to support us, and if you want to keep watching our videos, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right, let's get into this. All right, so I've already done my brows and prepped my skin using the Tatcha, the water cream, and then I also went in with the eye serum number CXI Cucumber for my eyes, and then I pressed it in using this. This is the Avo facial cleanser. It has a silicone attachment, but also you use this, you turn it on, and I go to the vibrating section with the warming, and I press that into my skin. It takes about like 2 minutes to do. All right, so I've already, like I said, I've done my brows. Let's go ahead and start priming our lids. I'm using today the Too Faced Shadow Primer Insurance. Okay, so once that's our eyes are fully primed, we're gonna start in with the palette. Okay, going in with Cashew Chew, we're gonna go ahead and put this all over our lid. I'm actually gonna be using kind of a basic shader brush for this purpose, using the It Cosmetics shader brush. And we're just gonna go ahead and dip on in, and don't be afraid to get some product on there, but also don't forget to dust it off because you don't want it to fall everywhere. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just start I like to kind of pat it down first before I really start to work it. And like I said, we're gonna go all over the lid with this. And then kind of blend it out. Okay, so once that we got that going on, we're gonna go in with our next shade, which is going to be Almond Truffle, and we're just gonna go and put that in the crease. I'm actually gonna use the Morphe M433 brush to go in with my crease with that. So when you go ahead and place it in your crease, like I have a little bit more of a, what do you call it, a hooded eye, or like less of a lid here. So I kind of like to go up above a little bit and kind of create my own crease. And I like to start back here and then work it in. And I'm using windshield washer motions until I get the intensity that I want. Now with this one, you might want to you want to kind of start off a little lighter before you build up color, just to kind of place it and blend it out. It's a lot easier when you place your color and kind of work it in first light and then build it up, and then like while you're blending out, then you just go in heavy and then try and blend it out. It ends up looking muddy and messy, and it's usually not the look people are going for when they do this. So kind of like so. And always use a light hand. Keep your hand at the back of the brush. Try not to press too hard on onto your lid. You'll get more control and more use of your product that way. And like so. And I like to kind of really blend things out while I go, so I'm just going to use this blending brush, the M441, and I'm just going to quickly buff it all out. Pick up some almond cashew while I'm at it, just to help kind of buff it into the skin better and blend out. And I usually don't worry about like how far out I take the shadow, because I end up cleaning it up with makeup remover anyway before I go in with my foundation. I just find that's a lot easier for me to do. Just, you know, kind of do whatever works for you guys, but this is just a tip that I do. Maybe that'll help me out. Okay, the next one we're gonna go in with is Cotton Candy. And that's gonna go right in the crease. And so I kind of want a little bit more of control there, not all over. So I'm gonna use this brush. This is the Morphe M456, and we're just going with Cotton Candy and really focus it on the crease. Kind of like so. I like things to really pop out, so I really take my time on blending and building it up. So don't be afraid to do that. Okay, like that. And then of course I'm gonna go in and kind of buff it out. I'm using the same brush and just gonna focus on, I'm gonna be more controlled motions, just short circles, and just kind of go like that. Just short little circles, kind of right up the color and just kind of work it in that way. I don't want it to blend all the way out. I don't want to blow it out. So just like so, short little circles. All right. And the next color we're gonna go in with, just below it, is gonna be Totally Fetch, this color right here. And I'm actually gonna use the same kind of brush, the M4456, the one I just used. Just use the clean side. If you worry about colors blending, mixing, I usually don't care about that. All right, so kind of working it just below the color we laid, just slightly below it. So for me, it's gonna be more actually in the fold of my crease. It's kind of like that. I'm just gonna buff it out a little bit. Like so. I'm gonna do my other eye. Like so, and again, gonna just buff it out with the same brush. I just find it's a lot easier for me to do that. And if I lose some of the color intensity, I'll just go back in with the brush and reapply it and blend until I get the look I'm going for. This is just, I always find that like if you have the time to do it, just really take your time, especially if you're doing a new look or you're wanting to really look like have this flawless look. I've always found that it's just so much better if you just take your time and work it. Now I kind of want a little bit more of Totally Fetch in over here, so I'm just gonna work that right back in. Okay, so the next color we're gonna go into, just to kind of really deepen it out, to make it more flirt than fresh and fun, is gonna be the shade right here. It's called Bordeaux, and we're actually gonna use a pencil brush to really kind of hammer that home. And I'm using this brush by Morphe. It is the M431 brush. And we're just gonna pick it up and you're just gonna kind of tap off a little excess and you're just gonna slide that right into the crease. Right on top. See, it kind of like so. Kind of adds a little mysterious flirtiness to it, I feel like. And the other reason why I like to blend as I go is because I have folding here, I guess you could say, and it just creases it, and no matter what product I use or eyeshadow product, it just creases and it looks awful. So I found that if I blend as I go, there's less crease mess there and it just looks a lot better. This light doesn't do it. This one right here, it does it, and I hate it. And of course, we're gonna blend it out again and just gonna use light little quick strokes just to buff it. Just like make it look a little bit more smooth laid out. Same eye, and make sure you use a light hand. The next step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a flat brush like this. This is the Morphe M224, and I'm gonna take Divinity. It's the shade right there. I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna press it onto my lid. Like that. Just kind of I feel like it makes the pink and the beautiful Bordeaux really just pop in your eye more. Having that white backdrop right there. Like so. And then I'm just gonna take a blending brush and just quickly kind of just buff it in like so. And if you want more intensity with the white, feel free to go in for it. Okay, I'm going to add a wing liner and some lashes, and then we'll get on with the rest of it. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. We got the top part of the eyes done. So next thing we're gonna do is go on to the base. And today I'm using NYX's Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. It's more of a kind of a silicone-y texture, and when you use silicone textures, I have found that it works a lot better if you press them into the skin first, especially in the spots that you are wanting it to really kind of fill and kind of cover, like large pores or fine lines. and then kind of work that out. All right, we're gonna let that sit for just a second, and quickly, I'm going to use the Buxom's lip balm, in the shade Glowing, to kind of prep my lips. I like that it has hydrating and has a plumping effect, and I'm not depending on it. I hate chapsticks. They do the exact opposite to your lips. Instead of keeping them hydrated, they actually draw out the moisture, and I hate that. So I don't like using chapstick like formulas. All right, so we've let that sit for just a minute. I'm gonna go in with my foundation. This is the Revolution's Conceal and Define Foundation in shade F1. Yes, I am really pale. So this is a foundation that can go light to medium, light to full coverage. And I kind of like a mixture of like a little bit of light, a little bit on the medium side. I don't know. I don't like full coverage because sometimes I put a lot of stuff on my face. The more product you put on your face, the more cakey it can look. So I'm gonna start out with this. If I need more, I'm gonna put on more. And I'm gonna buff it in first with the Morphe M439 brush. You just kind of want to use these tapping motions, kind of like you would with a beauty blender. And I really love Revolution's formula. They have amazing products, and I love what it does with my skin. I never feel like I'm wearing foundation or any of their products. It's like super lightweight. Okay, so I don't really worry about my under eyes because I do like to contour and brighten them. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe's Beauty Sponge and just quickly kind of tap everything in to make sure it's all as flawless as can be. I find that gives the best like airbrush finish. And there you go. And it looks like my skin. Like, I am really pale. Like, if you go look at my neck to my face, it matches. It's really hard to find a foundation that actually matches my skin tone because I am super pale. Before these lighter shades came out, I was actually just using concealer to kind of brighten and maybe some bronzing and contour to give a more finished look. Then they started expanding their line, and they actually got things like super pale for us ghost people. I'm going in with concealer to brighten, the Conceal and Hydrate in C1 by Revolution. Really love this. I like the effect that it does to my under eye area and along my nose. Just gives it this nice dewy glow finish, and I absolutely love that. I don't like a very matte look. I'm all about that glow. So that's how I do it. And then I go in with Morphe's M173 buffer brush, and I kind of just buff it in like that. And again, I use these tapping motions, and try and keep your hand at the back of the brush. You don't want to press too hard on it, and that way you don't lose as much product and you get the most out of your concealer and foundation and stuff. And make sure if you're wanting the elongated eye effect that you kind of buff it out that way. If you didn't put anything out there, that way you can get it. Okay, going in with the sponge to buff it out. And once that's all buffed in, I'm gonna go in with a powder to set. I don't bake during the winter because my under eyes it's kind of dry, and I found that it really dries it out, makes it look kind of flaky and cakey. I bake during the summer. The opposite happens, and my makeup goes everywhere. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the Morphe E48 to let gently set, and I'm using Morphe's setting powder. Yes, I like Morphe too. And I kind of like to just gently tap that in like that and just kind of work it down on my face. You don't want to use too much product because it'll do the same thing, and we don't want the cake look. I mean, unless you like the cake look, then baby girl, do you. But I don't. All right. Once that is done, I let it set for just a second, and then I go in with a powder brush. Well, I use a kabuki brush, whatever works for you, to kind of gently sweep it all off so there's no excess powder on your flies. Okay, now that that's done, I'm actually going to finish the under eye area really quickly. I'm going to go in with this brush. Can't think of the name right now. M431. That's it. And I'm going to hit Bordeaux first. Like so. And do the under eye, under lashes. Like that. And then I'm actually going to use the same brush and I'm going to go in with dark truffle to kind of just bring in a little bit more deepness to it. And I'm just going to hit right here on both sides. I like the effect what it does with my eye. And then I'm going to go in with another one. This is another Morphe one. I don't know the name of it. I'm actually going to pick up Sparkles, this shade. This shade right there. And I'm going to highlight my inner corner with that. Like so. I like pink. And I think pink's a really fun, it can be a really fun one to play with to really give a flirty, fun look. All right. Put some mascara on the lower lash lines and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Got some mascara on my lower lash lines. I am using the Milk Cush mascara. That is what I'm currently using for that. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna contour the face. And I'm currently using, the contour. I'm using a cream contour currently, and it's Bondi Babe by Nude Stix. I really like it. It's got this dual M applicator thing going on if you want to use that. I use it, but today I'm actually going to use a contour brush. So I'm going to just hit my face like that. If you've never really contoured before, and you want to contour your cheeks, for example, kind of just suck in your cheeks like a fish. And kind of just follow that. Line like that. Or the natural hollows of your cheek. And go like that. Lightly contour my little widow's peak here. And just right there. And right here. And then I'm gonna go under here because I have a porcelain-like face and I don't like looking like that. So I'm gonna use Real Techniques 303 contour brush and I'm just gonna quickly buff that into my skin. Using these kind of light tapping motions. Buffing motions, buffing. Because I don't want to really move the product on my face. Kind of just want to work it in like so. And you always want to blend up, not down, to really create that chiseled contour to look. Otherwise, it kind of looks like if you go down, like you got mud or something on your face. And unless that's the look you're going for, don't do it. And to kind of contour my nose, I'm actually going to use Morphe's nose contour brush. I like that for that. Got a little more control with it. And it is, let's see here, this one. Looks like so, and it's the E62 brush. And I'm just going to quickly buff that in. I like going all the way up to make it look more natural. At least in my opinion, it looks more natural on my face. Do you? Like so. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with some bronzer. And today's bronzer I'm using is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is in the shade Tawny. And I'm actually gonna use Morphe's contour brush to do that. This is the E4. And I kind of like to just go like so, like a little more tapping motions onto the face. And I like to work it up. I really like warming up my face. I've gone crazy with it before, so yes. Anyway, I'm really pale, so any kind of warmth I like to add back in my face. All right, and then we're gonna go in with some blush. And today I'm using Milk 2-in-1 Lip and Cheek Werk. It's W-E-R-K. Someone please comment below how to actually pronounce it because I'm not getting it. And I'm gonna actually just apply a little bit of it back here, like that. And a little on my nose. I actually like to apply blush everywhere. I feel like it gives a more natural look when you do that. You don't have to go crazy with it, but I feel like it definitely looks more natural. I'm gonna go ahead and take a beauty blender and just kind of rub that into the skin, so to speak. Be doing it on my finger. And don't be afraid to lay the blush on top of the bronzer. I feel like it gives it a more natural look when you do that. I'm actually even gonna apply a little bit on my lips because I do like it how it looks on my lips. There we go. Just like that. Kind of a base color for it. And then I'm actually gonna kind of gently set, so to speak, with another blush. And I'm gonna go really light with this. This is Milani's Romantic Rose. Go in with a blush brush, the Morphe M405. And just kind of, just lightly kind of go over it. Just very like little up and down motions, kind of just to gently set. I like Milani's Romantic Rose thing. It's a nice nude one. You can use whenever, and you can definitely use it to set your cream or liquid blushes if you want. At least I feel like you can. Like so. Nice, healthy, rosy glow going on. All right. Next, we're gonna go into the highlighter, and I'm gonna be using the Pat McGrath one, and it is the Nude, and this is their Skin Fetish and Highlighter Balm duo. So I'm actually gonna go in with, let me see here, the balm side first. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna go like that, and like that. I like a little right there. Okay. Use your sponge and you just kind of gently pat that in. I like what it does. It gives it this nice, healthy skin glow look. If you're just wanting a simple, dewy look, that would be great to go on. I want a little bit more, so I'm gonna go in with this as well. And I'm just gonna go like that. I'm actually gonna hit my brow bone. That's what I'm gonna use to highlight. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and do our lips. I'm gonna use the Buxom Plumping Lip Liner in Hush Hush to line my lips. And I like having a nice bold lip, so I go a little under. And I'll blend it up, kind of like that. And then I like a nice cupid bow look on my top lip. Like that. I'm actually gonna top it with Naked 2 by Urban Decay. A nice nude lip for this pretty look. And then I'm actually gonna go on with gloss. I know it seems like a lot, but this is supposed to be a fun, fresh, flirty look. So don't be afraid, it'll be a little extra. And I'm actually using the Sexy Mother Pucker by Slip and Glory in the shade Spun Sugar. This is what it looks like. And there we go. And don't be afraid to lock it in with some setting spray. And I'm using the Max Fix Plus in Pink Light. Having to make it rain. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up if you like it. And to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you can get more of our updates and videos. Thank you.